Whoa, Sherman here, and today is the 9th of April. It's a Friday here in Singapore. Um, I wanted to look at a couple of charts now that the Euro pound has begun moving to the upside. This is going to be quite significant. Quite significant. A couple of things we need to cover. One is the Euro pound, the other is the DEX. Okay, so they all started to make this push. So you can see over here. Make this push. So the first place that we're going to be very keen on is at this level. All right. So if you were interested in the buy, um, actually there are a couple of ways people would have looked at this. One of the buys would have been around here, around this level, but this was quite tricky to navigate. So another way, of course, is some people might have come here, that look for double bottom because of this RSI divergence. That's one way as well. Now, of course, there's also a sharp move here, a strong move. So when this one started to trickle sideways, all good indications for upside. All right. So now that the upside move has started, right? So those for those who are very keen on first targets, these are all very good first targets. Very good first targets. So you got to be very careful though of how this is moving up, right? On the low time frames, um, price action could always like pull back first before it goes up 382. So you gotta start moving stops basically. You know, if you took when price action came down to somewhere around this levels and you were somewhere here, you should be moving some of your stops already, right? So when you entered there, and then depending on where your stop loss was, so now it's all now it's in a good place basically, right? Uh, but generally, I feel that some of the places that Europound wants to come to would be places like you see over here. I did these places that he wants to come, that definitely wants to go to. So, but definitely because this trade two is below these levels, you definitely want to take off some profit over here. Right? It's gonna face some problem over here and all this as well. See, it just goes out and stalls for a while, as you can see. So, if you're already in profit, just protect what you have, right? You know how to day trade on lower time frame. Uh, Now the DEX was let's go look at the DEX. This DEX here was always interesting because the DEX is starting to have this move, so it finally emit this move. So over here, for the DEX strength, uh, the idea is that while we do want this to go down, right? But this was not a good place to sell. So over here, this is a buy. But once this buy has got up to anywhere this level of 382, it starts to get very tricky. This is not a place to buy anymore. Right? These are places where actually the bears will start to attack, and then this one could actually come back now, like so. You see, so this is when you're gonna see some of those channels like that, those channels that go this way, then it just collapse and break this low. So this is actually more likely. I think it's actually a pullback to come down somewhere, but you cannot just take a sell here, of course, right? Never pick top and bottoms. Always pick it when it's on its way down. It comes down, it makes some time factor correction here. Someone want these corrections before you enter. You don't just sell at the top like that, right? Um, so the original plan, if you see here, this forecast was basically like this. The labelings are all there. So basically, you see this rate A, B, C. Yeah, but from here you cannot sell. You cannot sell this to get there, right? So if you sold this to get there, then it's not probably, it is wrong because this arrow says don't sell. When I think that it's 50-50 or like I think it's a possibility I might put a dot here, a dotted line. But here there's no dotted line at all. There must be one pullback before it comes down. But now that this is done, could come out trade to in order to take this sell down, you're gonna have to wait for price action to exhibit some kind of correction, like you see stuff like this. You see stuff like this. You see all this. See, it comes down. You see all this. So whatever it does, once it comes down and it does stuff like this, yeah, then you can try. That is your cue for more down, right? If you just sell it here and then for more down, no, that's not correct. That's picking a top. And in swing trading, you don't do that, right? In reaction trading, you can do that, but in swing trading, you cannot do that, right? The amount of the money management styles are different. So, but I'm not talking about trading. I'm talking about forecast. Okay, so at which point, which levels you should be looking for what kind of trade? Is it up or is it down? Right. So at this point, you're looking for up, but once this move has started to come around here, this level, um, look here, even this level, right? But don't just try to don't just try to sell when it bounces at this level. If you just try to sell it here, you cannot sell for it to come down and break this level, right? Because these are just reactions. This one could just come. This is amount that you need to risk. Maybe it come one is two like this. Price just comes here, but this does not mean that as well. It just goes up, comes down, and you just have to take off profit. If it comes so far, well, you just took this. You just enjoyed the money. If it came down and then it crawled back up like that, just to break this top a little bit before it comes down again, right? Well, you're already out of the trade because we already took the money. So it depends on what kind of trading style we're actually looking for. It's also important, right? Um, the way the trade is managed is going to be different. And that's for the DEX. So this this level here is always going to be tricky. It's always going to be tricky for the euro dollar. So if there are also levels over here. This one as well. You know, but the most important thing about the euro dollar is going to be very careful of this. You see, so it still has got this upside look to it. This 1, 2, 3 look is still very strong, and it might end up looking like that. You see, it might end up looking like this: go up, come down, go up again. Because this looks pretty strong, and this is a nice time packed swing, as you can see. Right, very slow move to the downside. So the odds are upside for this case because very controlled move back down. Okay, so there's some kind of upside on this. So, but today is Friday, so the euro pound swap is negative to the upside as well. So if you're in the buys, you have to consider that you have to consider whether or not I'm going to hold it over the weekend or whether just take a trade on the following week, maybe next Monday, next Tuesday. Because yeah, so you gotta take special note of this. Let me just do that. So you can see it broke out here. Now, if you're looking for the upside, then naturally, if this one for some reason it starts to if it does any nice pullback, it's always a good indication for more upside, right? So if you want to do any buys, you gotta be outside, basically, right? So if it goes up, it pulls back anywhere, and if you look like it can go, yes, you should buy it there, and then hopefully this one, you're looking for it to actually break out. Break out this. This is actually a good buy, to be honest. So, yeah, especially if you believe in the time factor swing, and it took the bounce from here, you know, it's already pretty good. The only thing bad would be if it came down for a double bottom. That would be kind of bad. But it's a trade that you cannot lose once you're already in, right? And there's a lot of potential for the upside for this one. It's a correction, really a correction. I like this upside, which is why actually I would like the DEX to actually start to collapse. But today is Friday, so it's really made the nice initial move. for the euro dollar to the upside. So let's see next week whether it can continue or whether it correct next Monday to next Tuesday, then maybe Thursday, Friday next another push. So they are looking nice and strong at the moment. Currency strength says euro pound is a buy, so definitely you cannot sell this pair. Today is Friday, so there's no way you can sell. Not safe to sell any of these. Friday is a day for profit taking as well, but I will not sell the euro pound. Not when currency strength is strong for the euro dollar, euro pound. They're all strong. The pound is weak. You see. Um, so what else? So the euro was main thing I was looking at is doing quite well. I did take one trade on the Aussie dollar. Let me see. Where was it? It was this one over here. Uh, Here it was, like this one. So this one, as you can see, another time factor swing over there. Just, just yeah, there you go. So now it looks like that. So outside, see outside. So over here is one outside the box, and then pop. So this one I did take for today, but how far I can go? Well, of course you want it to break this low. That's what you're looking for. Let's put on some moving average, just see what the story is. Moving average story. So we have a nice the time factored swing is already done. So what this continues to do is going to always be interesting because you never know whether this is gonna go up like this, making a 1, 2, 3, or whether this is gonna keep crawling down. Right. So in terms of time factored swing, that trade is already complete. Right. What you want right now, is actually just a slow pullback, something like this one. Right. Slow one. Slow pullback would be really, really good. Let me see. 1 hour. So you need 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you need this one. There's no sell here. There's no sell here, right? Just when it breaks and because it breaks and you sell, that's wrong. Never sell on a break. This 1 hour. Never sell. This is a swing. Never sell once it breaks a previous swing. Right? That's not a good idea. Right? This is a entire move on its own. So a time factored swing on its own. So when this one comes down and breaks this low, this is not a place to enter a sell. Right? Sales got to be more. They gotta be. Let me tell you what you're looking for. Gotta be preferably something like this is always good. See this type here or this type here. That's okay. But what is not okay is like a swing. See this swing? This looks like a swing, and you just sell it on the break. And you see on the break what happens. On the break what happens. So this is not so much to do with forecast, but in terms of actual trading, right? See on the break what happens. It goes up, it pulls back immediately. So this is not the kind you don't want to sell on a break. You want to sell when there's uh, consolidation, basically. That's tighter. That's more like a squeeze. Little squeeze like this, it's okay, right? But what if this one had gone up like this and went up here and broke this? Do you sell that? Again, I'm saying no. You cannot sell stuff like that, right? So can you sell on this break? No, answer is no. You cannot sell on that break as well because this is a nice swing of its own, right? The motive, the impulse, this must confirm itself. It confirms itself by looking like that. That confirms itself. Not be, so this is useless. This is a time factored swing for a move down, break this low. That's fine, but to make more money, like people they forecast epic stuff. But in order to know how to actually trade this, you actually have to really focus on this wave down must confirm itself. So it makes some slight push, and then to confirm a smaller downside. That's fine, right? That's fine. So this is what we have right now. Um, to see. So Aussie dollar, yeah, the Aussie, Kiwi Aussie, and all kind of weak currency strength. Aus is down. You cannot buy this because you never know whether this is gonna do that or whether it's gonna come down and just do something like this and then just break correction and then just break again. Or it comes down and then it's all downside. Real slow crawls, but its downside direction is down. Even though it's slow and you may say, hey, it's a slow crawl, you should do this. That's true, but for Friday, you want to stick with what's proven right now. So it's better to stick with the downside. So just let this pull back. However it pulls back, it will pull back before deciding what to do. Right. So this is one trade. Couple of trades that was. I'm going to just talk about Euro Kiwi. One I was looking at as well. The Euro Kiwi. Where are you? Okay. So this was the one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So there was one trade. This one would have been a trade actually. Over here. The where is it? One, two. We have this trend line and that, right? Something like this. And of course, if you go down to the 42 minutes, you're gonna get something. Nothing much over there. 30. Yeah. So what you want to see this one? What you want to see is you want to see something like you want to see it goes up, it went up. You want to see this pullback again somewhere to any one of these levels over here. These levels are fine here. It's all fine. It could even end up doing those kind of. It's kind of very interesting harmonic patterns. Let me see. 270. Oh, it went past. It's pretty high. But anyway, you still want this to come back down to uh, around here. Now I don't have the fib levels. I don't put that on, but okay, I'll just put on fib level so it looks more obvious. Let's put that on too. So over here, it went to the 618, 618 to 618. So this has a high likelihood of actually pulling back. But you don't wanna sell this, right? Because Euro Kiwi here, long term, it's looking like a buy over here. So definitely I don't want to sell this. But if it comes down to this level, any one of these levels, it's a good chance for it to go back up again. There is move that I'm very interested in. Okay, and of course you don't want this to break basically like this. Okay, this is basically what I would really like. I would like it to pull back sharp anyway to these levels, and then if I see certain patterns of this going up, like you see all this, see here, all this side, this. If it for some reason you see that, yes, you should buy this up. This is a good buy. What it needs is a sharp pullback. That'd be best. Stop out everyone who is in the early buy, basically. If you're an early buy, I would take some profit off. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Let me just check. Um, just checking 1 second. Euro Kiwi. Oh yeah, I'm ready out of the trade. Yeah, I'm ready out of this trade. So yeah, it needs a pullback. If it just goes, I hope it doesn't do that. I don't want it to do that. I want it to come back down one more time, just one more time. That to make a good buy. Right, nice pullback. Nice pullback. So there are these few trades that I've been looking at, very very keen in because let me see. Yeah. Okay, so let's go look at also. Well, Dogecoin is starting to move up. All this crypto is starting to get. There's a lot of promise on this Doge. I think is worth looking at. I just look at it quickly. So looking at this strong push, Elon Musk was saying good stuff about it. So let's hope that this continues up, a crawl that continues to crawl. That's nice. Keep it long term. Um, I want to talk about Tesla. So Tesla, naturally, I was talking about this like a couple of weeks ago. People who bought here, wanting to get up here, right, from here to here, all right, it's all wrong, right? If you're looking for a move from here to here, you know it's not going to come here and then just shoot up like that. Okay, so that's all wrong. Uh, so, okay, so what you really want is you want it to come down, go up, come down, go up, and then come down real slow. So this is a good sign. This is a good sign. See, you can see a nice time factor swing. So that's why you're looking for a nice one more push up. But this push up doesn't necessarily mean that it is the one that's going to break this top, because remember what we always say? In a time factor swing, you have this that gave you that. But for this to go, you need more stuff here, right? That confirm this upside. Otherwise, this move back down could just be a move charm like this, and then it goes back, and then charm straight down again. Stop everybody, and then this is the one that goes. You must know this. So, um, in terms of this going to break the top, this top here, um, is not certainty. In other words, I do not know. But this move here looks good for this to go break this at least. And what I would then like to see up to around this levels, I want this to pull back real slow. Anything here is good for the up, basically. So basically, you're gonna have something like a channel like this. This would be really, really. This makes trading easy, basically. So you want easy trades. Easy trades, you go in not just 0.67, you go in 2, 3, 4. You just add bam, bam, bam. Suddenly, before you know it, a 30% ROI in just one move. Just one move like that. As you slowly add to the trade, right? Because it's just going in one straight direction, your account will grow by 30%. Right? But if you, the only way to do that is to know what this is. So this is the only hurdle. So the thing is that most people that I've met not familiar with this style of trading. They may try to enter it. They may try to enter, but they enter because they want to get from here or from here to there. But there's so much stuff that goes on here that before it gets from here to there, they just give up the trade basically, or maybe they were even stopped out already because they thought they buy here and it goes up, it pulls back here, and then you know, uh, they just miss the trade. They'll just miss this. And why is it difficult to get this? Because working with even with investors, investors might give you 100K, 200K, but here's the thing: they're investors because they can't trade well, right? Otherwise, they'll do it by themselves. And investors themselves are not able to tolerate this kind of stuff. This kind of stuff, all these pullbacks. You might have I mean, how beautiful an entry would be. All these beautiful lows. If let's say price actually got from here to somewhere at the top, from here to the top. Question is, could the investors have when this starts to pull back, investors might not be able to tolerate it. They see this money, they say, hey, why giving the downs and ups, ebbs and flows, and they start to get very flustered. So in the end, if you, as a person who trades for investors, you succumb to their WhatsApp telling you, we took some profit, we have some profit, maybe you should just exit. Don't blame them, blame ourselves, because if instead of taking a trade here, you should wait for something like that. All right, and then take this. Then investors will be happy. That's one way to keep them happy, actually, right? That's another difficult thing is when trying to take this buys to the upside. Let's say this buys to the upside, this buys to the upside, right? This buys to the upside. Of course, another thing is when you're trying to take this buys, it's possible that you might have to take small losses. Let's say this, you thought this was going to go, right? So for whatever reason you bought here, it went up, it came down, and instead of making $1,000, you only made $100, but you get back about $500 profit because this actually went, but it came back down. So instead, you were aiming for this amount of money, but you had to exit because it came back against you, right? And then price went up. Maybe you wanted thought this was going to go, but guess what? Price went up and came back. You know, and then instead of making this amount of money all the way to the top, you end up maybe only taking about $200 here. Let's say this is worth about 1,000. Okay, let's just say this is 1,000. You only end up making about $100 over here. Let's say, and then um, the idea of this is if let's say we're trying to gun for a swing trade, right, a 30% ROI, this is, I want to say, very normal, all right. So for traders who are gunning for big swings, then giving up those profits is a very normal thing. So do not be dissuaded by other traders or investors who feel that you should be taking profits if you're doing longer time frame swing trades, because once you catch one of these that just go in one direction, this type they go in one direction, you'll be making more money than all those fund managers in Wall Street, because not many people can actually catch this. This is one of those that it really makes a lot of money. All right. um, Big swing trades. The other one would be people who scalp, actually, who just scalp on a daily time, on a very low time frame. And that's also one good way of trading, if you can do it well. But always remember, trading very low time frames means if the stop loss is not observed, then the account can go bust. Because what makes money fast? Yeah, you can lose money real fast as well, right? So let's say just just off the hand discussions, right? So let's say on the very low time frame, let's say we're looking at something like, for whatever reason, maybe this looks like a good idea, nice time factored swing. Yeah, here, see that? So there was one swing trade out here, and 1, 2, 3 break the trend line, time factored swing, and you're looking for one more up. So this is one kind of trading you can do. Like this is like 3 minute, very low scalping type of time frame. After a long push, and you see one move up, correction out of the box, buy. So this is uh, it's a time factored swing. Nice query structure. Outside the box. And then when it breaks out, you can look for the move up. So scalping is one way to trade as well, right? If that's your cup of tea, and I think investors actually like this because they see the money in. They can see the money that you made, and the losses will be short lived. So if you take 10 trades and you lose 4, but you make 6, when you win 6, risk reward ratio maybe 1:1.2 or 1:1.5. I mean that's actually a viable start, right? But of course, in order to scalp, you need a very good broker, one that has spreads that support scalping. Okay, that's important. So why do I mention this? Because I think swing trading and scalping are the two styles that in my experience are the ones that allow a person to day trade and and do well, basically, in this industry. So I just throw it out there in case someone has similar thoughts. You can help confirm the thoughts in your own head, right? Uh, so what else? I think that's about all. So Friday. So the euro is making a lot of nice moves. So it's been a long wait, man. It's been a long wait, but finally it moved. I think for those who no, gold and pound Swiss. I want to talk about pound Swiss too. I just saw something interesting. So I was looking at this sell over here. See that? Yeah, look over here. Okay, pound Swiss. Let's forget about gold. Let's go to pound Swiss. I think we're running out of time. Yeah, so this is so important. Looks interesting. So let's go look at the weekly. So I'm gonna pull off some lines over here. So this nice, nice, nice. Okay, so if you're just playing around with bounces off this lows, well, that's also a nice way to trade. Nice way to trade as well. Um, Now we're at the top over here, right? Now, what exactly do we want to do on this is going to be important, all right? This one is important over here, which means the pound Swiss is going to move at least, I would say, the pound Swiss will move at least. We're looking for, let me see, around here, this level over here. So you're definitely very keen on this pound Swiss, like here, as you can see. Is okay. And pound Swiss sell. So which means what? No buys on this at all, right? No buys. Buying is but what about if it do we buy this? No, 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 no. Don't buy this. Look for the sell. The sell is the bigger direction. There are so many ways to trade this. Some people might even be looking for an RSI like this. This might go back up around here. That might be one way to sell it back down. Uh, so you just have to wait, see what it does. All right. Not a trade for today, a trade for next week. So you want to see this one just stay there, and then maybe it just does. Then you want to see what it does over here, right? Whether it pulls back. But then if you can get this would be a nice sell. But what you could do is it could be a bit more tricky. It could come something like this. Uh, you could pull back again before it comes down. So always be very aware. The first move down, see this is a swing up, right? When it comes and breaks this low, can we sell this? Because it broke this low, no, you cannot. You're gonna wait for another pullback first before you actually try again. All right. So this will be a good move. This will be a good move. This would be a very good move. So something to look out for a pound Swiss. Okay. So if the pound is gonna come down, that means this euro pound. This euro pound has got a lot of potential to the upside. Lots of potential to the upside. This one at least. Lots of potential, man. So I am, yeah, very, very delicious. Very delicious. Very delicious. So over here was where there was, if you, there was some kind of strength over here actually on the lower time frame, guaranteed. So that's why this is moving up. So you want this uh, to move back up to the 0.88 levels around here, 0.889, 0.89, 0.886 around here. It's good levels to move up back to. Okay. Well, it's what I'm looking for anyway. So, all right. So next week, the week after, we are looking out for pound weakness. Basically, remember. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna end here. Have a good weekend and profitable trading. All right. Bye.